Mike, tell us, what's the Canadian connection to Obamacare that no one's talking about, but yet it's fact? Tell us.
Well, we've been talking about the spiritual connection to everything that we see happening around us, and it's been my firm belief for a long time now that the Tower of Babel has been rebuilt. The Tower of Babel essentially had a one world. It was a one world government system. It had a single language. It had everybody was together and doing their thing and building this hierarchy to challenge even the power of God Himself,
right?
As if that were possible, right?
Right.
Well, people might be amazed to hear that a Canadian tech firm that has provided service to that country's single-payer healthcare system, and single-payer healthcare system is just some fancy wordage for rationed healthcare.
Right.
So the government takes over the healthcare system, which is what's going to happen, probably as a result of this whole debacle. The government will step in, and we have video footage on our YouTube channel, ppsimmons on YouTube, of Harry Reid saying that this Obamacare is just a step towards the single-payer rationed healthcare system.
Absolutely.
And we have Howard Dean on tape on the video on the YouTube channel. The Obamacare connection to the mark of the beast. That video is going viral all over the internet.
Right.
Of Howard Dean saying that Obamacare is just the beginning. It has far further reaching implications than just the American people. And people maybe who have even a superficial understanding of the Bible will know that there's a coming mark where every man, woman, and child will be forced to accept this rule of this Antichrist figure. And now we have this coming out. This is from Barack Obama invited some people to the White House recently. I don't know if you heard about this or not, but some of the more conservative writers and media personalities, and Charles Krauthammer was one of them. He invited all these people to the White House, and a writer for the Washington Examiner was one of these people. So that just I just say that to highlight the credibility of the Washington Examiner website. This is not a low tier news source. This is a high level news source, very reliable, and they're reporting that Obamacare, which is the healthcare exchange site known as healthcare.gov. That's where you go to sign up for your Obamacare.
Right.
That all was set up by Canadians, folks. I'm not sure if you're aware of this or not, but all of the information that you are putting through into your keyboard there, that's all going to Canada.
Yeah, and it cost the federal government $634 million to make that website that's a piece of trash.
And it looks like it's not working.
It is not working.
But that's only half the amount of money here, as you'll learn in a second. A Canadian tech firm has provided service to that country's rationed healthcare, where people are being euthanized waiting to see a specialist, by the way. That's what's happening in Canada. You talk about your death panels.
Yeah.
Canada's been experiencing that since the 70s, when Saskatchewan came up with this whole ration healthcare system. And they're behind, this Canadian tech firm is behind the glitch-ridden United States healthcare exchange known as healthcare.gov or Obamacare. And the company is called CGI. And it's called, actually CGI Federal is the full name of it. It's a subsidiary, Montreal-based CGI group. So all of that information, all your earnings, your tax information, your bowel movements and all of that is all going to Montreal. And they have offices in Fairfax, Virginia. And that subsidiary has been a darling of the Obama administration to the tune of, wait for it, $1.4 billion in federal contracts going to Canadian company CGI to run the internet-based services, the new Tower of Babel, the newly built tower being run by the Canadians. The CGI and the parent company's name stands for something in French and roughly translates to Information Systems and Management Consultants, or Consultants to Government and Industry. Now, the company is deeply embedded in Canada's single-payer system, and CGI has provided IT services to Canadian ministries in health and a whole bunch of provinces and and runs the federal healthcare system electronically.
Unbelievable.
So I mean, people need to. Nobody's talking about this.
Well, we are, and now people will hear it.
Canadian.
Yeah, Brandon, you're going to break in there. Go ahead.
Hey, Mike, I want to tell you this right quick. You just pointed out about the death panels, and that's been going on in Canada for years. This is linked up on InfoWars right now by Adam Salazar. It says, high school students decide who lives and dies under limited healthcare assignment. This is a high school in, interestingly enough, Illinois, that assigned their students different fictional situations and asked the students to decide based on the health conditions and situations which person should live or die.
Right, and that's a
high school assignment in Illinois that happened, just in the last couple of days.
Getting people brainwashed, ready for Obamacare.
Yes.
Well, people are talking about that. People are discussing that, but nobody is talking about the tentacles which are reaching out to the entire world. I mean, we're seeing something that is not contained within the borders of the United States of America. Canada is running this thing. I mean, we're talking about the people's personal health history, people's personal tax history, people's personal lives. You're going on the computer and you're putting all this stuff into your computer, and where's it going? It's going to Canada.
Yeah, your mental health history.
Need to wake up about this, really.
Yeah, I saw two other reports along those lines in the last couple of days, Mike. One being that some of the operators, the phone operators that you speak to when you call up, have actually been outsourced to foreign countries. And then the second was that, and I thought this was an interesting correlation, that with all the talk of the NSA and spying, we're going into Obamacare right now, healthcare.gov, and you're entering every bit of personal information about you that is going into a government website. We're doing the NSA's work for them under Obamacare.
Well, let me just close with this, guys. We only have a minute left here, but here's what I see happening spiritually here. When the Tower of Babel was wiped out, all the people spread around the world. The devil, the God's enemy, the enemy of humanity, lost a major victory here, and he has spent the last 3,000 years, 4,000 years, bringing all this back together. So all of this is being conflated into a one world government now, a one world system.